Tonight, from Hollywood, The Barbara Stanwyck Show.
Our play tonight should be of interest to every woman who wears dresses and to every man who pays for them. It's called Size 10, a story about New York's fabulous garment center where cutthroat competition is the way of life and where fortune or bankruptcy can hang on one stolen sketch. I play a high-style designer in an original teleplay written by James Comack and directed by David Lowell Rich. But first, a word from Tresemme. Hello? Hello? Ruth, will you please get off the line? I'm talking to our factory in Italy. Hello? Hello? Pietro? Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now? Good. You're fired. Miss Pearl, what is it? Miss Pearl, what is it, Ellen?
Miss Winley, I changed the sleeve on this. I thought if
That's where you made your first mistake. Don't think. Just work up my rough sketches.
Yes, Maggie.
Get me on a jet to Milan.
When do you want to go?
Tomorrow. I just fired Pietro.
You fired Pietro?
Well, I'm tired of late shipments and wrong sizes. I have to get a new production manager.
I'll see what's available.
Did you do the others?
Not yet.
Well, I need them first thing in the morning.
I'll take them home with me. Good night, Miss Winley. Take them home with me. Good night, Miss Winley.
Maggie,
Please make him stop yelling at me. He knows I got an ulcer.
How can I sell dresses if he doesn't make delivery?
How can I make delivery if I don't get the fabric on time? Is it my fault? And my little worm makes fabric? And now Mr. Big Mouth is telling me where to put the trim yet.
Why do you pay any attention to him? And how many times have I told you to stop yelling at Paul?
All I did was suggest that...
We don't want your suggestions. I design the dresses. Paul cuts the dresses. You sell the dresses. Do I make myself clear?
And what do I do when the Sackwise buyer tells me the beads are very big this season?
Throw her out.
Sackwise buyer? You can't.
Yes, we can. Buyers don't come to us because we're nice people. This is Wenley Originals. They come because we have what they need. Yes? Oh. Yes, Roger. Just a minute. Paul, Herbie, would you mind? Herbie, as long as you're working for Wenley Originals, don't wear white ties.
Live a lot, learn a little.
Oh, Paul, try some beading on the bodice. Yes, Roger. Oh, I'm afraid the weekend is out. I have to go to Milan, get a new production manager. Oh, Miss Pearl will get me a seat. She has boyfriends all over town. Dinner's fine. Gaylords, see you at 8-ish. This is my dress, my best dress. Well, this is our leader. This will ruin my fall collection. About that, we'd better not show at all.
No, I just don't understand how.
I do. Someone stole the design. That dress has never been out of the workroom. Better cancel my plane reservation.
Maggie, what are you going to do?
I don't know yet.
Who could do this to you?
I don't know that either, but I certainly intend to find out. I just don't understand why anybody would do this to me.
We've been discussing this all evening. Now, can we talk about something else for a few minutes?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Were you in court today?
No. As a matter of fact, I had a meeting with Ben Starrett. Do you remember Missy Frocks?
Cheap house dresses went out of business 2 years ago.
Well, Ben's looking to get back into something. He asked me to represent him.
I'll give him 6 months. He's president of the Sweet Fellows Club. Much too nice.
Since when is nice a liability?
You just don't understand the dress business. It's not a place to be nice. Look what happened to me today.
Look, Ben has fresh money. You could take him in now
Roger,
as a partner. It would only be a half interest. It would double your strength. Then later on,
Sell
if it
out?
worked out, why not? If you're at the top of your profession, I can get you a lot of money for a half
Roger,
interest.
I've
when the
told
originals.
you.
But I want to marry you.
Not in the middle of the season. You promised you'd wait till the end of the showing.
On the last showing, it was this showing. The showing before that, it was the last showing. Why must you drive yourself with a business? Most women...
I'm not most women, and I will not sell out. Oh, Roger, please. Get the check. I'm just not very good company tonight.
Look, Maggie, if there's a leak in your business, now's the time to get out.
No, now's the time to plug it.
Miss Winley.
Hi, Ellen. Well, This is charming.
It's just an old brownstone, but I love the high ceilings. Oh, that's the pink jersey. I've already finished the striped bolero and the black wool.
What are these?
Oh, those are my own. It's just practice.
Very good. Ellen, I'll get right to the point. Someone stole one of my designs.
What?
In today's modern style. Just after you left, Miss Pearl brought me an ad from Bonner's. They're selling our candy striped knit.
But that's impossible.
Apparently not. Does anyone come in here who could see your work?
Oh, nobody in the dress business. And if anybody comes in here, I put my watercolors in the briefcase, as you told me.
You sure?
I'm positive. Until I give them to Mr. Fielding, I'm the only one who knows what your sketches look like.
I've thought of that.
Well, you don't possibly think that...
I don't know what to think.
But, Miss
You want
Winley,
to be a full designer, don't you?
Oh, someday,
And
of
how do you do
course.
that? How do you become a full designer?
I don't know.
Oh, come on now, Ellen. I was once an Ellen Loader. I was jealous of the designer I worked for. I knew I was as good as she was, and then I began to realize I was better. You know how I got started? By submitting sketches to other firms.
But I would never
Maybe you're
do
in too
that.
much of a hurry, Ellen. I was an assistant for 10 years. For you to break away, you'd have to use my sketches.
You took me right out of art school. You gave me my chance, my start. I would never steal from...
Somebody did.
Look, Miss Winley, I may be a beginner, but I'm not a thief. I may not be as good as you are, but I have my own talent. And if I were going to go to another firm, I wouldn't take them your sketches. I'd give them my own. I'm the one person who doesn't need your sketches.
That's true. You wouldn't steal from me. You have too much pride. All good designers do. You know, Ellen, you just might make it someday. Okay, finish your work, sweetheart. Have it ready first thing in the morning.
Who's there?
Maggie.
Come in, Maggie.
I'm sorry to bother you so late, Paul.
It's all right. It's a hot night. I was listening to some music. Sit. Can I get you something? A cold drink? A beer?
No, where's Francis and the kids?
In the country. It's good they should get out of the heat. You know, Maggie, it's awful about the knockoff. Stealing our leader just before we're ready to start the show.
How did you know about it?
Miss Pearl called me. You know, the bigger you are, the more they start coming after you.
Well, we can't use that dress now. It'll look like I copied.
You'll come up with a replacement.
On such short notice, I don't know.
Maybe Ellen has something you can use?
I design every dress that comes out of our shop. I always have, and I'm not about to change.
But now you're in trouble. Maybe you'll need help.
What help? I built Wenley Originals from the ground up. Who took you out of Albertsons and Herbie from Corbett Juniors? I got Ellen from an art school. I don't need any help. My baby, and nobody's going to take it away from me.
Sometimes a baby can be smothered with the wrong kind of love.
Oh, please, Paul, I'm not in the mood for your philosophy.
A sick man has to be a philosopher. How else could I sit here so calmly while you in the back of your mind think maybe I'm a thief?
I didn't say that.
Please, Maggie, it's too hard to play games. You've never come to my house before. You've had serious problems, but like you said, you worked them out for yourself. Now, all of a sudden, you want a summit meeting?
All right, who stole the dress? Ellen, when she worked up my sketch, you when you put it in production, Herbie, Miss Pearl, they walk in and out. I have to suspect somebody.
You should also maybe respect somebody.
I respect you.
And yet you think maybe I'm a thief. Some respect. You don't know the meaning of the word. To work for you, Maggie, is to die a little every day.
I don't understand. What have I ever done to you?
It's not what you've done, Maggie. It's what you haven't done.
I took you out of a schlock house and put you in high fashion. In 9 years, you've never missed a paycheck. 2-week vacations, once even 3. I carried you when you were sick.
Granted, Maggie, you've been a wonderful employer. But I wasn't supposed to be an employee, if you remember. We left Albertsons as a team.
Well, you changed that. You wanted a salary.
I needed a salary. Then I had a wife and kids.
Then you had a wife and kids?
As long as we're being honest.
Carol.
Don't be shocked, Maggie. Francis and the kids are in the country for good. She's getting a divorce.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't realize.
Lots of things you don't realize. There are people that are working for you, not things. Things you can push around. People have feelings. Why do you think Frances left me? Because I had nothing to give her. You took it all. 14, 16, 18 hours a day. I kept thinking, one day she's going to come to me and say, here's your partnership. Here's what we agreed on.
Why didn't you ever say anything?
Because I was trying to be a man. But even at this, I failed.
I'm sorry. I really am.
You're a little late, Miss Wenley. Frances and the kids have been gone for 6 months. How long has it been since you asked about them?
Well, I've been busy. I don't have time to ask about everybody's personal life.
How many dresses have you tried on me? 200, 300. How much time does it take to ask me how I feel?
That doesn't mean I don't care.
The only thing you care about is Wenley Originals. Well, I don't. I've told Paul 100 times to leave.
I'm 56 years old. Where can I go?
Plenty of places. If you weren't concerned with something she's not. Loyalty. That's his mistake.
She's not a Jezebel, Maggie. She's begged me to go back to Frances and the kids. You see, she doesn't steal, and neither do I.
Good night, Paul.
I'm sorry we can't help you. It takes a thief to catch a thief.
Oh, Herbie.
Miss Pearl said you wanted to see me.
Yes, sit down. Herbie, the leader in our fall showing has been stolen.
I know. Didn't I have a heart attack this morning when Miss Pearl told me?
Well, you're about to have another. Paul Fielding just quit. Here's his resignation.
I know that, too. I happened to call Paul at his home this morning. And Ellen's leaving, too.
That leaves just you and me. I don't want you to be discouraged.
Who's discouraged? I'll get you a new production manager. And assistant designers? Dime a dozen.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you.
Funny thing, when the chips are down, who do you wind up with? Me.
I've always admired you.
Oh, come on, let's not go too far. I happen to be a very good salesman. That's what you admire.
You're the best.
Who am I to argue? Maggie, I've been waiting to talk to you for a long time. Now, someone knocked you off yesterday. Someone in your own place you can't trust. But if you had me on your side, one of us could always be watching the store.
How do I know I can trust you?
Well, you don't. That's why I'm here. You and I are a team. You design them, I sell them. We should be in business together.
I thought we were.
I mean 50-50, all the way. You know, I knocked my brains out making Wenley Originals a big deal because I figured you'd see the light. It's you and me, Maggie. All the way. It'd be a wonderful thing.
Now, you're going too far.
Oh? Am I?
You seem to forget that without me, you'd still be running around the market with a suitcase under your arm.
Oh, yeah. Sure, sure. You're a fancy designer, Maggie. A great innovator. When the buyers can tell you what you can do with your innovations, it's me that's gotten you across. I unload your dresses without the beads and without the tchotchkes. But you can ask anybody on the street, who made Maggie Wenley? Me.
No, the only thing you made is one big fat mistake.
Well, then we're even because you sure pulled a Lulu. I don't mind being brought in here. I happen to have a tough skin, but you should never have accused Paul Fielding.
That's none of your business, and I resent your attitude.
Well, you didn't hire me for my attitude. I thought you were smarter than you are, Maggie. But you're just a hungry little girl from Brownsville. Only now you're successful, and it suits your purposes to be chic and sophisticated. Well, it suits my purposes to be loud and brash and wear white ties. And if you ask me, my way is more honest.
I don't want to see you again, ever.
Well, that's fine with me, Maggie. You're hurt. You're confused. I'd like to give you a goodbye present. I'll tell you what's really bothering you. You're just a woman. And you know what you should do right now if you can? Cry.
I should give Herbie 2 weeks when he leaves. And Paul and Ellen? And Carol, too?
Yes, Carol, too.
Is that all you have to say?
Well, the ship is sinking. The rest is obvious.
Maybe to you. As for me, I have something to tell you.
I don't want to hear it. I've heard enough. The little assistant designer telling me she's better than I am. A production man I took out of a sweatshop, and he blames me for his weaknesses. And Herbie Harner, who should be hustling ties out of a push cart.
Now you finished?
No, I'm not finished. I built Wembley originals from the bottom up. Let them all walk out. I can do it again.
Nobody denies that, Maggie. The only one that doubts it is you.
Me?
Sure, that's what stealing your dress really did to you. Your house is shaking, and you're scared. You feel betrayed. And so you turn around and you do exactly that to the people closest to you. How long before you get around to me?
You, Miss Pearl? Oh.
Why not? I can't steal. Why? Because I'm good old Miss Pearl who sits out there at that reception desk and keeps out bad salesmen? Good old Miss Pearl with a wonderful boyfriend who understands when she has to stay late and work weekends.
Oh, Miss Pearl, their boyfriend, well, that was just a joke.
It's not a good joke. It's a hurting joke. Don't you think I'd like to have a boyfriend? Somebody who cares about me? Wembley Originals, that's who my boyfriend is.
But I thought you were happy here.
I never really minded until now. But when I see how easy you could take it away from me, I'll make out 2 weeks to myself, too.
Roger, Maggie, is that deal with Ben Starrett still good? Oh, I think I'm about ready to make it. Yes, we'll have dinner. Okay. Pick me up at home in about an hour. Right. Miss Pearl! Miss Pearl! Look, when I make a sketch on this paper, the pencil makes an imprint on this sheet. That's how my dress was stolen. I'll bet it was.
Oh, so now somebody came right in here and took it off your desk?
Yes, that... No, wait a minute. I designed that dress at home.
So who comes to your apartment?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, it couldn't be. Come in, it's open.
Hi, darling.
Hi.
I spoke to Ben Starrett. He's really excited, and I'm so happy myself I could just... Oh, how about Nassau for a honeymoon? It was wonderful news, Maggie.
Oh, I've got some even better. Look at this. I got the idea for it on the way uptown in a taxi. Darling, it'll be a smash. It'll be the talk of the trade. No one has a waist design like this. It's even better than the one that was stolen. Oh, you were right about Ben Starrett, if I hadn't come up with this. But I told you I'd put up a good fight.
Well, but I've set up a meeting with Ben, first thing in the morning.
This is first thing in the morning. It'll be in production in the afternoon and on the line in time for the fall showing. This one nobody gets. Oh, don't look so unhappy, darling. We'll go to Nassau right after the showing, I promise. Fix me a drink. I'll only be a few minutes. How was your day, darling?
Oh, not too bad. Before you called, I was down at the union with Stanwyck. They're fighting with the help again.
Oh, why don't you tell them to move their factory out of town?
Well, he hates to break the setup. It means going out of business for 6 months. However, I think I can work out a deal for him. What are you doing?
Cutting down on my overhead.
What?
I'm in a tough business, Roger. You're one luxury I can't afford.
What are you talking about?
That backing sheet in your pocket. Oh, you don't have to show it to me. There's nothing on this paper. But the sheet with the imprint of my design, you stole that. You were going to do the same thing you did with the other one. Sell it to somebody.
I didn't sell it. I gave it away.
You wanted to see me fail? Why?
Because I love you.
No, because you're jealous of my business. Because you think it stands in the way of marrying me.
You seem to have all the answers, Maggie.
Do you know what you've done? I had 4 of the most wonderful people in the world working for me. And when I was in trouble in my own strange way, I turned to them.
That's all I've ever heard from you. The wonderful people, the business, always the business.
There must be something good and decent in them that rubbed off on me, because instinctively I kept rejecting you. But I do thank you for one thing, Roger. You showed me that those are the people I really love. Goodbye, Roger.
Good luck, Maggie.
Yes. That's fine. Put on the yellow tap. Hello? Oh, yes, put him on. Hello, Pietro? Can you hear me? I'm giving you another chance. Oh, please, Pietro, speak in English. You're welcome, darling. Just be sure the shipment is here by the 16th. Ciao.
Maggie, am I or am I not the designer of Windley Casuals by Miss Ellen?
That's right,
Well,
you
that's
are.
what I keep telling them. Paul, Herbie, if they keep on fighting, I'll never make my showing.
Now that he's a partner, he won't listen at all.
Well, you're a partner, too. Don't talk to him.
It should happen. Just tell him to stay away from the trimmings. Ellen designs the casuals.
That's right.
Everybody here's a stalker, but it's me that's got to face the
If
buyer.
we were dealing in arguments, we'd all be rich, but we happen to be selling dresses. Would you mind getting back to work?
I'm running down to Philadelphia. I'll be back tomorrow. Ellen, take my advice. Put a little bit beating on that green
Mr.
cotton.
Harner.
Designers.
I'll be leaving early this morning, Maggie.
Aren't you feeling well?
Oh, I feel fine. I'm going down to Grand Central to pick up Francis and the kids.
Paul, give them my love.
I will.
Miss Pearl, what have you done to yourself? Oh, you look elegant.
Now that I'm a stockholder, should I be a frumper?
Watch yourself, Miss Pearl, or you'll wind up with a real boyfriend.
I have a real boyfriend, Wendley Originals. That's our boyfriend, huh, Maggie?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Listen, we're not the first people ever got married to a business.
Why is everybody in the garment center a philosopher?
Because we learn fast in this business you got to stay alive.
That's right. I've learned something, too. It's that expression Paul always uses.
Live a lot, learn a little.
And all you can do is hope that it's in the right direction.
I hope it is, because it looks like we're going to be together a long time.
Miss Ellen, would you look at this one? I changed the neck. I thought it would...
That's where you made your first mistake. Don't think. Just work up my ruffs.
Yes, Miss Ellen.
Next week, I'm happy to announce we will have Milton Berle as our guest star. In a radical departure from his usual style, Milton will appear in a startling story with ingredients of comedy, avarice, and murder. I hope that you'll tune in to see him and that you enjoyed tonight's show, which has been brought to you by the Alberto Culver Company, makers of Alberto VO5, the hairdressing and conditioner that gives hair such a natural look.